flying overhead. FedEx. Those FedEx planes, man, are working hard. Oh, I should also take this time to open up the chat. Hang on the monitor. Hi, everybody. For those of you guys watching later, welcome. I'm just going to go ahead and mute myself. No music today. We're just going to listen to the beautiful neighborhood sounds, birds. It's such a beautiful day here. We are in Austin, Texas. We get a good 3 to 4 weeks out of the year that are just absolutely amazing. This weekend is 2 of those days. It's been great. We went on bike rides and got to see a little family from a distance. It's nice. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to be making Vietnamese bun bowls out over this grill. We're going to be doing some chicken. We're also going to be doing a little pineapple on the grill. Pineapple is just one of the best things to grill, bar none. Close these tabs down. A little tip for you guys, if you are ever having to do a live stream, close your tabs. Okay, I'm just getting the chat popped out here so I can see it from behind the grill. Okay, let's see. Pop out chat. Hey, it's 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. What time is it where you guys are? Cool, there it is. Do we make it bigger? Like, how did we make it bigger last time?
You popped it out and then
Yeah.
I zoomed in.
Yeah, how do you zoom in?
Command plus.
Oh, but I have to be on this one to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang tight, everyone. Hope you're enjoying the sounds out here. And plus. Okay, I don't know if that's working. It's making this one bigger, but I'm over here. Maybe because I full screened this one? Or no, that's getting bigger too. Okay. All right, yeah, now it's just enormous. Oh, Champagne Sunday crew is here. Thanks, guys. We're just figuring out this here old chat. There we go. We have a surprise for the Champagne Sunday crew. Nice. There we go. All right, this is great. We're live on YouTube. It is just such a beautiful day. Let's add some more coals to this here fire. We're going to be grilling for the next hour. Really excited about that. This could be like a little ASMR channel. Oh yeah, there we go. Cheers, Champagne Sunday. I am on the bog screen, the big screen. That's great. Henry is here too. I have a special guest, Henry. He's right there. He's chilling out on a blanket. I think he really enjoys being comfortable, so we're gonna let him be as comfortable as possible. But for you guys that are here, we're so excited that you're here. This is our 5th live show, which is super exciting. We are going to be making one of the most versatile dishes and something that maybe you're not thinking about making because we're all locked up in quarantine, but we're going to be making a Vietnamese bun bowl. Bun is just noodles, so we're going to make a noodle bowl. A lot of times you'll see it in Vietnamese restaurants as a bun bowl. And it's super simple. It's just rice noodles. We made a quick pickle of the carrot, which I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. We also have some herbs. We got some dogs barking in the background, but they're not part of the dish. And then we have some sliced up spinach instead of lettuce, cilantro, mint. Mint will actually be from the garden, which is exciting. And we also made a flavored fish sauce. That is it's basically fish sauce and a few more things. I'll show you how to make that as well. And then we're going to grill the chicken. That chicken, will take it straight off the grill. We're going to do skewers, kind of like a saute. I'm sorry, not that. We're going to be. It's not a saute. It's going to be grilled. A satay. Excuse me. But we're going to do that, take it right off the grill, and we're going to eat it all together. It should be delicious. Bun bowls made at home are a great thing to do because it's not a lot of ingredients. A lot of the stuff you can source. You don't have to go to a specialty Asian market, depending on where you live, hopefully. And you can, the people that you're in quarantine with can modify it however they like. Or if you're watching this after quarantine, people can just modify it however they want to. One of the modifications we made is that the recipe that I'm following is calling for ground peanuts, and we don't have ground peanuts and we don't want to eat ground peanuts, so we're going to do ground cashews. So there's an option for you. But it's a great recipe, and you don't have to use chicken. You can do shrimp, you can do beef, pork, you could even do tofu, or even maybe some of those roasted vegetables that you guys roasted up. You could throw them in there. You just kind of are following a simple flavor profile. The chicken that we're going to be using, though, like I said, is a satay version, a Vietnamese satay version of chicken. We're not going to use a peanut sauce that would traditionally accompany it, but you can use this great marinade, and I'll show you guys how to make the marinade later. Since this is the more casual show out of the week, I'll be here to answer any questions that you guys have, to field any comments. Perhaps you guys have some requests of some stuff that you would like to see on the channel. I know we had a request for chocolate last week, and we're working on that, so please hang tight. I realize that the channel is very dessert sparse at the moment. And so we'll be working to get more desserts on there for all you guys with sweet teeth. Because why is it sweet tooth? Is there one tooth that's sweet and the rest are normal? I have a sweet tooth. Is it just one tooth or is it all of them? I've always wondered about that. We have hey Henry, come here. We have a real special guest. Henry, come up here. Don't get too close to the fire, bud. All right, there you go. Henry, I think a lot of people are going to be super excited to see you today, so I may need you to be a little bit closer. I know some other dogs are barking at the moment, but yeah, you're gonna hang out here. Whoa, look at that, Sparks. Oh, bud. He's exhausted and he hasn't done anything all day. One of the things that I'm actually really excited about is I had forgotten that we ordered a pineapple when we got our food order. And I don't know if you have ever tried this, but pineapple on the grill is the best way to eat pineapple. It takes a lot of the tartness out and kind of sweetens it up with the caramelization when you grill it. It's fantastic. We might even do a grilled pineapple margarita. We did jalapeno margaritas yesterday that were delicious. We might do a grilled pineapple margarita. All yours are sweet. Yes. Well, we're working on the chocolate, and fun fact, we didn't record this. Maybe we should have. We didn't record this, but last weekend, Carissa and I tempered chocolate for the first time. I never tempered chocolate before, and it seems like it's a lot of people mess it up really easily, and we didn't mess it up. So I feel really good about that. We you basically get it up to, what was it, 118 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you let it cool down to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you're realigning all the fat molecules. But we did it with this, like, Carissa got some amazing chocolate that's like raw cacao and cacao butter. And we were realigning the cacao butter in some crazy, I don't understand tempering of chocolate. I just know what temperature you're supposed to hit. And Carol, I'm glad you got it on your big TV too. I guess I'm just broadcasting everybody on the big TV. Peaches, pears are amazing on the grill. I totally agree with you, Laura. In fact, I have a really awesome peach recipe with burrata cheese on the grill, and some honey and mint. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that quarantine will let up enough to where we can go out and film a field trip episode when we'll go to a peach orchard, get some peaches, and I'll prepare it in this really fun grilled way. That's always been the main goal of this channel, is for there to be a field trip component to it, where you guys will come along as we go to a local producer, find out what they're doing, how they're doing it, what's making it special, and then learn from them and take some of their ingredients or their techniques and bring it into the channel for you guys. So it's not just me making whatever I have laying around the house. It's a community. We all get to be involved in the community of food, not just in Austin, but hopefully around the world. We'll see what happens. Really excited. Our coals are looking great. It's Sunday. We have some Champagne Sunday crew in the chat, and so we actually thought that it would be a great thing to also drink a little bubbles. We don't have champagne, but we do have, we, you're on champagne cocktail number 2. Those champagne cocktails, man, I've been lucky enough to have one, and those are delicious. But we want to have some champagne or some sparkling wine. We have Prosecco. We actually have the Prosecco that we had at our wedding. And I'm going to teach you guys, I'm going to teach all of y'all that are here let me get a direct sun here. I'm going to teach you all one of the best party tricks that I know. I'm just gonna see. All right, I think we're back. I'm gonna teach you guys one of the best party tricks that I know is to, as you would say in France, sabrage, to saber a bottle of wine open. Now, I have a lovely assistant who can help me with this, but I have a question for all you guys that are here, and I know this is going to take just a little bit to get results because there's a little between you and I, but I have 3 ways to open the bottle of champagne. For those of you who don't know what sabrage is, it's when you take a sword or a blunt object of some sort, typically with some mass, and you chop off the glass end of the bottle. And the pressure from within the sparkling wine shoots off the rest of it, and voila, it's a great little party trick for you and yours. There is a slight technique to it, but it makes it really easy. And I'd love to share that, guys, with you. But I have 3 different devices. I have 3 tools, if you will. I have 3 tools to open this bottle of champagne, Prosecco, excuse me. Sorry, Champagne region in France. I have 3 tools to open up this bottle of Prosecco, and I want to poll you guys to see which one would win, okay? Let me grab them real quick. Okay. So, option number 1 is their standard chef's knife, okay? I think this one's about an 8-inch blade. So would you like me to open a bottle of Prosecco with knife? Okay. That's option 1. Option 2 is the meat cleaver. Quite a bit larger, more hefty, and perhaps you have this laying around too, but would you like to see me open a bottle of Prosecco with a meat cleaver? So cleaver, knife, and then this is the old standard. This is a sabrage sword. It's actually purpose built for opening bottles of champagne or sparkling wine. So, or would you like to see the saber? So we have, to review, a saber, we have a cleaver, or we have a knife. Okay, those are your 3 options. If someone wants to write in on the ballot for a 4th option, I'm down to consider. I have done it with, this could also be a 4th option, spatula. Spatula, knife, cleaver, or sword. I'll wait, I'll give you guys 30 seconds. I'm gonna give you guys actually less than that. It'll be 15 seconds. Okay, cast your vote. All right, here we go. Carol, sword. All right, we got 1 vote for sword. Sword is currently in the lead. Let's see. We have the bottle of Prosecco. We can't wait too long. As you guys are typing in your votes, I'm gonna show you the key to doing this correctly. Okay. So saber, saber, saber. Okay, all right, there we go. It looks like saber won. So we're gonna use the saber. Now, the key to the party trick is, first step, chill your bottle. You want your bottle to be as cold as possible. Don't freeze it, it just needs to be cold, especially the neck of the bottle. So we always, you know, as good Shirleys, have a bottle just in the fridge at all times, because you never know when you need to have a little bottle of bubbly. You never know when you need to celebrate some really great thing about life. Take off the foil, discard that, you don't need it. The next thing I like to do, and this is optional, this is an optional step, you do need to remove the cage. Now, you can take it all the way off, but I like to, as just kind of a, I really don't know why I do this. Maybe it just looks cooler. I twist it around the 2nd ring. Let's see if you can see that. So here's the initial piece of glass. If the sword's coming down this way, initial piece of glass, 2nd piece of glass. So this is the business end of what's about to happen, is this piece. Now, glass bottles, how are they made? I don't really know. What I do know is that they're 2 pieces that are then melded together, and there's a seam. That seam is the weakest part in the bottle. So there's 2 seams, 1 on either side on the bottle. And see if you can see, this might be harder to see. It's right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a seam. So find that seam that seam is going to guide you down. So I'm gonna shoot it over. Hey Henry, come here. Move all your pets out of the way and small children. Come over here. Okay. Now there's two things that are gonna happen here. Two options. One, it's gonna work fine. It's gonna work beautiful and we're all gonna be amazed and super happy. Two, this whole neck is gonna explode. But yeah, so one of those two things are gonna happen. We'll see which one it is. So what you wanna do, remember our seam is right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm gonna shoot it over the grill so maybe we'll get a little Prosecco in the grill and get a little sizzle, it'll be real fun. So what you wanna do is you just wanna make contact with the glass. So run your blunt object, this is very blunt blade, by the way. There's no edge on this whatsoever. It's as blunt as could be. It just needs mass. Run it down the neck of the bottle, make contact, and then just follow through. You don't need a lot of contact. You just need to have a little bit of little French pizzazz. Okay, here we go, everyone. Let's get a countdown and a drum roll, please. Drum roll in the chat. Here we go. Happy Sunday, everybody. Yep, I told you. One of two things could happen. All right, well, anyways, so we have, so there you go. We still, the nice thing is that you can always save a little bit of it. So even if it explodes, there, you can always have just like a little bit of sparkling wine. So I'm so glad that that happened when it was live. But now you know why you move your pets, because you're never really quite sure if they're going to be the ones that get hit or not. So even though, you know, this is a great metaphor, right? Because in life, you have plans and you've practiced. I mean, I've opened, I don't know how many bottles of sparkling wine with with the sword, and something like that happens. But you know, it's we have to roll with the punches and we have to roll with what life has given us. So in that, to that, I cheers all of you. Cheers. Okay. Well, that was fun and perhaps a little anticlimactic, or maybe that was really exciting for you guys. It was exciting for me. It was loud. Okay. We'll have to do this again. We'll have to try it again on the live stream when it works. Because I gotta say, it does work most of the time. It seems to work when I have an audience. It seems to not work when I have an audience. Would you like a little? Okay. Like I said, you can always save some. So even if it goes completely awry, there's always more. Okay. Well, how about, let me guys show you a, let me get out of the sunlight. Okay. Cheers. Yeah. Thanks, Carol. I'm glad you're a testament that you've seen me do it correctly. I will perhaps share a video later in the live stream of me doing it correctly, but maybe not today. I want to share with you guys a quick video that we shot earlier today, though, because we're going to be grilling the chicken at the very end of the video with this Vietnamese style of cooking. Once we cook that chicken on the grill, we want to eat it right away. And because it's just such small pieces of meat, we're not going to need to let it rest like we normally would. So whenever we're going to do that at the end, but earlier today I got the marinade made and marinated the chicken. So we're going to do this again. We did this last week where we screen share and show you a video. So here's a little video about how I made the marinade for today's chicken. Cheers, everyone. Here we are earlier in the day. We're going to go ahead and make the marinade. So I have 3/4 of a cup of red onions, shallots would be preferred, and a 1/4 cup of canola oil. And we're just gonna pulse this until blended. Okie dokie. Okay, and then next we're going to add the rest of everything. And per the recipe, I changed a couple of things, but I have some minced garlic, I have some minced garlic, some sugar, kosher salt, curry powder, and instead of using a roasted pepper, I'm using this red fermented fire mash that I made a while ago. So I'm gonna add all of this stuff into there. And the chicken today, we're going to be using chicken breast. It's the tenders, and we're going to marinate them for about 3 hours and then make our grill. Okay, so let's pulse this together. And just kind of make sure everything's being incorporated. Ooh, smells good. I'm always so tempted to lick things right when they come out. Great, I love it. Okay, so let's take this off. Let's make a little bit of a mess. It's not cooking unless you're making a little bit of a mess. Not a big mess though, that's just a problem. And then we're gonna cover the chicken. I'll take the blade out. Cover our chicken with the marinade. And then we're gonna let this marinate for about 3 hours. Back to you, Paul. Okay, welcome back, everybody. I think Henry might be just a little disappointed in the sabrage, but hey, you know what? I think I get it, buddy. I get it. All right, I'm trying my best. He's not disappointed. Okay. First thing I want to do is, while we're kind of waiting for the marinade to kind of finish marinating, doing its thing, I want to grill some pineapple. So this is that pineapple. Basically, just cut it off, cut all the skin off, cut it into about 1/2 inch little discs, and then throw that right on there. Woo! Nice little sizzle. And just, I love grilled pineapple so much. It's perhaps one of my favorite ways to eat pineapple or any fruit. Who's had grilled pineapple? Anybody? I think Laura, you loved it. Anybody else a major grilled pineapple fan? What, is anybody making anything today? Anything right now? Anybody have any plans to make anything tonight? Prosecco's still good. Don't worry. Hasn't gone bad. I love grilled pineapple, though, as we mentioned, is that caramelization of the sugars. It's the Maillard reaction, really adds a whole lot to the experience. So if you get a chance, grill your pineapples 100% of the time. That might mean making a lot more grills, but hey, you know, I mean, when the weather's like this, I'm excited for the sun to go down a little bit further and you guys can really see a lot more of the beauty of the yard during the golden hour. We've really been enjoying it. That's, you know, for all of you out there, you know, that are self-isolating or you're in a, you have a yard, get out into it. Love pineapple after scuba diving. Wow. That sounds amazing. After scuba diving. You know, I've never been scuba diving. Never gotten certified or even attempted. But yeah, being in all that salt water. You know, are you thirsty after scuba diving? I would imagine you probably probably would be because you're exerting energy for like 30, 45 minutes. You can't really drink water. Did you ever get thirsty, Aunt Carol, when you went scuba diving? Your evening plans? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that you guys are here. Really glad that you're enjoying the stream. Grilled pineapple is a yummy treat. I have had that with you in the past, Dora, too. You know, my fire's not hot enough either. This is just, you know, this cooking show is just going to be the way that it is. You are thirsty after scuba diving. We're just going to embrace this for what it is. I do believe, maybe just to correct, I think your Sunday plans were champagne Sunday, and Paul likes to cook. I do love to cook too, but channel, I guess, just technically likes to cook. And that's actually a funny story how the name comes about. Maybe one day on one of these shows, when I can correctly sabrage a bottle of sparkling wine for you all, I will tell you the story behind Paul likes. It's a great one, and there's actually a whole movie of it. We could show you the movie inspiration. Let's check in on these guys. This guy in the middle. Okay, yeah, we're definitely not hot enough. All right, everybody, it's time to like, we're gonna have to up the ante here. Hold on one second. Let's see if we can get these bricks a little bit. This is my homemade grill. It's actually just a fire pit, but I love it because it's so versatile. I can put the plancha on it, which I think faithful viewers of the channel will have seen before. We can have a fire pit party. Oh, look. I was answering that question without even you seeing your comment. Yeah, so this is just a fire pit. But the reason it's a fire pit, and it has a grate in there that I have at an angle. I don't know if you can see that or not, where the coals are. But basically, I can have coals closer to the grill grate or further away, so it's on an incline. And then I just have some bricks in here that are holding the coals in place. And the reason why grills are great. I love grills. I love charcoal grills the most. And so this is just a very versatile thing because I can put this grate on top of it. It turns into a grill. I can put the plancha on top of it. Turns into a plancha. The plancha also has a griddle on the reverse side of it, which is really fun. And then if it's just a cold night, we want to hang out and build a fire, we can do that too. So I'm a big fan of grills. It's just we had this fire pit, and we were like, hey, we already had this other stuff, so we're just kind of making do with the situation. But it has a lot of airflow because the sides are open around here, so you get a lot of airflow, especially if you're doing fire. So it's great for cooking on the plancha. I normally, when I do that, where that big cast iron thing goes on top, I did that on the very first episode of the live show, and then it's appeared in a couple of the other episodes on the channel, the pantry raid pasta, and I think that's it actually, just the pantry raid pasta. But one of the nice things about it is that I can put that directly on it. Although Katie, our friend Chef Katie from Kilawasi, who was on our live show 2 weeks ago, she's been putting her cast iron just directly in the fire, which has been a lot of fun to see and get really hot. If we so heat, a lot of it's just proximity, right? Just getting a lot closer to the fire. Getting closer is going to increase the temperature. Increasing the temperature is going to speed up the cooking time. Everyone's going to be happy. That's what we're trying to do right now. So we moved everything a little bit closer. We added a little bit more charcoal just to kind of get the party a little more spicy, and we'll see what happens. Thanks, Laura. But yeah, we're gonna grill off this here pineapple, and then we're going to move over and start prepping for our chicken, and then we'll be ready for the big time, big old the big old bun bowl finale. Any Vietnamese culinary fans on the video on the stream today? Yeah, this whole idea came about really because we've been eating kind of the same food over and over again. Like we'll make something for the live show or for the normal broadcast. Broadcast is the YouTube series. We'll make something for that. We'll also do kind of like our other standard cooking for the week. And we've been just kind of like falling into the same pattern of eating the same thing over and over again. And it was like, where do we want to go if we could just go anywhere right now and eat? And we both love Vietnamese food so much, and it's actually very easy to make. I'm glad that you eat Vietnamese all the time, Carol. Us too. It's just so. It's one of my answers if I was trapped on a desert island with only type of cuisine the rest of my life. Vietnamese would probably be up there. If not the cuisine, I would say Vietnamese, Japanese, or Lebanese. Those three are my all-time favorite. And they all three share a lot of similarities in terms of like simple ingredients, and letting the simple ingredient shine through, so letting it do most of the work. I love that philosophy of food. Otherwise, like, get a really nice steak and cook a really nice steak and eat a really nice steak. Don't get a really nice steak, cook a really nice steak, and then smother it in something. Sorry, France. It's not all French food, but they sure do like their sauces. Okay. Time and place for everything, right? Vietnamese pho. Yeah. Pho's fantastic. There's so many punny pho place names. Some that may not be appropriate for this channel. That are just like, how did you get away with that? But yeah, pho is great. Pho is also a bone broth. We made chicken stock last week, a couple of weeks ago, and it's the same principle. You're just boiling down bones, you're extracting all the collagen, all the minerals out of the bone, and it's some of the, healthy. It's some of the most nutritious food for you, especially when you're sick. And if I'm ever feeling sick, just after years of doing this, I crave pho. Just a big bowl of bone broth is so nourishing. Ooh, man, you can smell that pineapple now. Okay, we're cooking with fire, ladies and gentlemen.
Tell us why you love
Why I love Vietnamese food so much? That's a great question. I love Vietnamese food because number one, in Vietnam, they use a lot of rice, but they use a lot of rice for noodles, wraps. You rarely, not rarely, more often than not, you'll see a dish that's accompanied with noodles or a wrap or another way of eating rice. And they consider eating just rice like poor man's food, And there's lots of examples of rice cuisine. They have like a crispy rice dish, kind of a left like a working man dish, but they they love they love to take the rice and then modify it in a way to then present it. It's still like the staple of the country. It's I love that they're so creative with what they have. So they're like, hey, we don't have a lot, but we can take this rice and we can make these noodles out of it, or we can make these wraps out of it, or we can do all sorts of really fun stuff. And I love that. I love that it's not a very sauce heavy food. I love how simple it is. The Mekong Delta is in southern Vietnam, which is, in terms of biodiversity of plants, like one of the greatest biodiversity zones in terms of what they're able to cultivate. They're in the tropics. They have an endless supply of water. They just cultivate all of these herbs and plants and all these fragrances. You're then, anytime you go to a restaurant in Vietnam, you're like handed this plate of all of these like greens and herbs and lettuces that you've never even heard of before or seen, and you have no idea what you're eating, but it's delicious. I love that about it. And I love like the family style, just kind of like, hey, here's a bunch of grilled pineapple, eat pineapple. Here's a bunch of like chicken satay, have some satay. So I'm just a big fan of like of the food, and then also like, I mean, not to get like not to get into the history of Vietnam too much, but like it pays to be colonized by the French, you know, in terms of food. Like they brought the baguette, they brought so many other rich traditions to where other countries in Southeast Asia that were, say, colonized by the Dutch, not as great of a food history. Better to be colonized by the French. So that's why I love it so much.
Portugal.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is what we were looking for. Just turn this piece over and it's just got a little bit. This piece probably has a lot more. Yes. This is what I want. I want that char over all of it. That is the sign of a pineapple well cooked. Because that's just all of the sugars, all the sugar transforming right there. And it's not always going to it's not going to take, it won't be burnt, but there will be a bitterness to it. So pineapple, as you can imagine, and as you guys know, is very sweet. Also can be very tart. When we grill it off, we're kind of eliminating some of the tartness, and then we're counteracting the sweetness with that char, with the bitterness. Oh, so good. So wait for you to get that char. So now that we're cooking with fire, we are we're doing it. And the other really fun thing about cooking pineapple this way, typically if you were to just eat slices of pineapple, you'd cut around the center, the core. The core, out of all the pineapple, has the most amount of nutrition in it. So you want to eat the core of the pineapple. It's just not very tasty. But when you're cooking it, you're breaking it down. You make it easier to ingest. So the aroma's fantastic off of this. It's sweet. I love it. Highly recommend doing it. Next time you got a pineapple, just throw it on there. And this guy's done. All right, we are super hot right in the middle. That's what that's telling me. So we're just gonna kind of move things around. One of my favorite chefs, probably tell, Francis Malman, Argentinian chef who loves cooking on fire. Everything he does, he cooks on fire. He always says, respect the first touch of food, right? So you throw anything onto a hot surface, especially over a fire. Don't put it and then just start moving it around, because you're just breaking down all of this really wonderful char that we've developed. And so you want to let it go, sit, and just let it char, because then it sticks immediately, but as it develops that char, it starts to come in on itself, right? It starts to contract, and then you're able to pick it up with ease. That's why I'm able to kind of like move these pineapples around. It's also pineapple. We're not dealing with like a delicate fish or anything, but that's my tip when you guys are grilling. Throw it on there and then let it sit until you absolutely have to turn it, and then you turn it, and then you let it go, and then you take it off. Done. Less you fiddle around, the better the food will be. Let's check my hypothesis that this is the hottest zone. And I'm right. All right, cool. It is very hot. I'm gonna probably need to even that out a little bit for our chicken that we're gonna do. But I'm really excited. I've never done this before, but we got a little helicopter flying over. Could you guys hear that? Starflight. Starflight is the Travis County version of like the ambulance helicopter. We used to live right next to its home base, and that thing would come flying down at like a few hundred feet off the ground real fast and just like shake the whole house. It wouldn't shake the whole house, but like it was a visceral experience to say the least. One of the things that's great with pine is chili salt. Chili salt and pineapple goes so well together. And that was kind of what we were thinking about when potentially doing the grilled pineapple margarita. If you guys want to see a grilled pineapple margarita, we're not currently set up for it, but we can make stuff happen on this channel. If you want to see a grilled pineapple margarita, let me know and we'll do it before the end of the live stream. Since our bottle of sparkling wine is half of it's in the grill. Yeah, I can smell the char. Perfect. When it's done like this, I like to stack them on top of each other just because I want them to kind of marry. Cooking with fire is the best. I totally agree. I love cooking with fire. And some of them, we got a lot of char on, and some of them, like here, not as much of a char. Hey, not everyone's gonna like to have it, so kind of mix it up for your guests. While this is kind of finishing up, let me kind of show you a couple more videos that we went ahead and we made today. The first one is going to be a quick pickle on a carrot. They're julienne, very finely julienned carrots, and this is going to be one of the accompaniments that goes in bun bowl. So we recorded this earlier, but let me just show you how I made those. Carissa? So in terms of the carrots, it's actually a very quick pickle and very easy to do. It's equal parts distilled vinegar and sugar. So I'm gonna get a 1/4 cup of just plain white sugar. There we go. It's a lot of sugar. I know I actually took a little bit less out. More importantly is that we need the vinegar. So we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of that. And then we're gonna let this sit for 20 minutes. Once it's done after 20 minutes, we'll refrigerate it, where it will last for about a week. Let's do a little more vinegar. And I wanna make sure that they're all submerged, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of pack it down there. But we don't wanna let it sit out for longer than 20 minutes. Oh, I almost forgot. We need a little bit of salt. I'm just gonna get like a teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon. Okay, back at ya. Thanks, Paul. What a guy. All right. I hear Paul also does the weather. So we're just kind of grilling these pineapples away. We're almost done, which is really exciting. The other video, though, we're just going to go ahead and show you the rest of it. This is a seasoned, flavored fish sauce. Fish sauce is one of the staples of Southeast Asian cuisine, especially in Vietnam. It's kind of their take on a soy sauce. It's more of a sodium sauce that they use. And it can be quite pungent by itself. And so the recommendation is to kind of cut it with a little bit of acidity, a little bit of heat from some peppers and some garlic, and then add a little bit of water as well. That last step gets added in at the end, so stick around to see it. But let me go ahead and show you that video right now. Carissa? All right, now time to make our flavored fish sauce. I have a 1/4 cup of fish sauce. I'm gonna pour that into a bowl. I also have 1 garlic clove and, whoop, there we go. And that's the equivalent in my estimation of 1 Thai chili pepper that has been seeded and minced. We don't have Thai chili peppers right now, we just have jalapenos, so we're making do with what we have. And then I'm gonna grab a little more than a tablespoon of sugar. And I'm going to grab, here it is. This is a lemon juice, lemon juice distilled white vinegar mix that I'm gonna add to this. Okay, great. And then just kind of mix this all around, let it dissolve. And that's gonna be our mixture for the bun bowls. I'm also going to add a 1/4 cup of water. Forgot to mention that, just to mellow things out a little bit. Okay, now we're done. Back to you, Paul. Okay, all right, here we are. We're back. I want to show you guys, pineapple is done. This is what it looks like. It's quite delicious. We have some heavy char on some, light char on the other. We're going to take this back. It looks like we have a few votes for the grilled pineapple margarita. I think you guys might get your wish. So Carissa is going to so generously go off and she's going to grab the chicken, and I'm going to, since we're making a bit of like a satay, we're going to take the chicken and we're going to grill it off. So she's going to get that. We're going to put it on some skewers, grill it off for a couple of minutes, and then we're just going to create these bun bowls right in front of you guys, and that's going to be the end of the show. But it sounds like we have another thing we're going to do, which is make a grilled pineapple margarita. So we'll definitely do that. Okay, so this is our chicken. This is the marinade. You may remember seeing this from earlier. Super excited about it. I have some gloves I'm going to use because we're going to be doing, this is raw chicken at the end of the day, and I don't want to be handling it too much. But I'm going to kind of get the grill prepped first for this additional amount of time that it's going to have to wait. Actually, not hot. So let's see. Let's grab a few more coals here. We'll wait for the helicopter to pass over too. Okay. It's all sorts of commotion happening. I have a really big bag that we got from Costco. Costco is a great quarantine place. This is brought to you by Costco. It's not, I'm kidding. But if Costco wants to sponsor the YouTube channel, we can talk. All right. So one of the things, these are chicken breasts. They're tenders, and they're not that big. You know, it's actually, when you traditionally see satay on the side of the road, you'll see a real narrow grill, like something that's maybe 4 or 6 inches wide. And they will put the meat on these skewers, and then the skewer kind of hangs off right where there isn't any heat. So I'm going to try and replicate something similar to where we're cooking like right here on the grill surface, and the handles will be off. I have these metal skewers, which is better, and Henry is all set. Like he was he was there at the very beginning, and he's a big fan of being comfortable. All right, so this has been marinating now for 3.5 hours, and it looks good. It smells delicious. This is my first time doing this recipe, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm just going to kind of skewer it through the middle and kind of keep it as much on as I can. And we'll just kind of set it and get it ready to go. I'm excited. This should be really delicious, though. I mean, it's a lot of really pungent, flavorful ingredients. You never want to put an acid in your marinade. Acid being like a lime or a lemon. Or if you do, you don't want to actually marinate for that long because it will end up cooking it. Think about ceviche. It is a dog's life. Henry is smart. Henry is dogs, yes, dogs, and especially Henry, are way more intelligent than we probably give them credit. So for this one, it's a little more narrow. I'm just going to kind of weave it through. We'll see how this goes. Some of this might work, some of it might not. But we just have to cook it, and then it's going to be delicious. Really excited to share it with you guys. Has anyone gotten a chance to try any of the recent episodes? That butternut squash soup was quite popular with the comments, and curious if anyone's gotten a chance to try it. I know we're all having a difficult time finding stuff at the grocery store or doing like a curbside pickup or something, but let me know if you do get a chance to try it. It's definitely, I mean, as I mentioned in the video, but it's one of my favorite ways to eat butternut squash. And that recipe is pretty simple and straightforward. I forget about that sometimes. I just get so involved with cooking or something. Funny how that happens. Oh my goodness. Carissa is off camera setting up the Vitamix outside with some ice. That margarita is happening, everyone. I hope you're ready. I hope I'm ready. How do you think we should prepare it? This is going to be this is a full-on community experience now. You ordered squash for your next delivery. I'm so happy. Let me know how it goes. That's great. We actually just finished it. We cooked it. When did we cook that? Thursday? We cooked it on Thursday. We finished it yesterday. Man, it went by. It makes a lot too. Be careful. Maybe half it if it's just going to be for you. But yeah, it was delicious, and it went by so quickly too. Like it was gone. Let's see. For the drink, typically, what I like to do in terms of my margaritas, we love Carissa. I love Carissa too. She is a boss right now. I like to do a lime. I like to peel a lime, do the whole lime, tequila. We'll do a slice of the pineapple and then some agave syrup or nectar or honey if you have it. And then we'll do a little, and some water and ice. That should be good enough. We might do 2 pineapples. She was listening in to make sure she grabbed everything, and I said 2 pineapples. Great, Dora. I'm excited for you to make it. You've been making a lot of stuff recently. Carissa's been showing me photos. I'm really happy for you. Go, Dora. I know. Okay. Look at that. This is all ready. Oops. Oh, let's just put it down there. That's okay. All right, and then we'll have Carissa take this away because we're not quite ready yet. We're gonna make this drink first, I think, and then we will cook the chicken. Let me go put these gloves away real quick. And I'll hand this off to my lovely producer. You'll just put this inside. Great.
In the fridge?
Yeah, or just on the counter is fine. It's okay for it to be on the counter because we're going to be cooking it real soon. This fire's really hot. I'm really excited about it. Okay, let's see. Let's make this drink. Chris is getting everything organized. God bless her. All right. So we have a blender here outside. This is just like quite the setup, huh? I have to be able to see my view is actually really cool because I have the TV screen there, I have a monitor here to be able to. I'm so glad I got to that I inspired you. That's great. I mean, that's, excuse me. Allergies, man. Grass has been something else recently. Dora, I'm just so happy that you are cooking. I'm so happy that you guys are cooking too, because that's been, for me, that's the greatest marker of success, really. It's just that like people are getting out and cooking. And I mean, right now we kind of have to, but I hope that that continues. There's so many wonderful benefits for cooking for yourself at home. There's so many communal benefits to cooking for yourself, for your family, for your friends, loved ones, and I'm a big proponent of cooking. I mean, number one, for yourself. I guess we all eat cooked food at some point. You know what you're putting into it, which is so important. There's so many things that are in food these days, whether it be from just a lot of sugar to something else. It's really important for us to know what we're doing, and then it's also important for us to know what we're putting into our body. So I'm a big fan of all of those, and I'm also just a big fan of hearing all the stories from everybody. That's really why I do this. It makes it all worth it. Carissa, you have to get on camera now because look what she just brought out. It's a wonderful little setup here, a little on the go. This is great. Keened the glasses. Okay, so we have this. Is this turned on? There we go. It's turned on. We have a blender on outside. This is wild. I hope this goes better than the other one. Put in this whole slice of grilled apple. Wow, this is cool. Oh, it's so good. I mean, grilled pineapple, I've said it how many times? Okay, tequila. We will do well, let's just do the whole bottle. Okay. This was actually a gift by Katie and Will. Katie from Kilawasi and her husband Will for my birthday a while back. Put a whole lime in there. Look, she already even took the skin off and everything. We'll put a little bit of agave syrup. We're not gonna do that much because that pineapple's pretty sweet. And we both like things tart. Okay. Okay, let's see how this goes. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Take off. Totally. Wow.
Backyard drinking.
Wow. You guys, this was, it made it kind of this grayish color, which is kind of cool. I mean, maybe you can, because all that char just kind of, you could, you could make this into some sort of like specialty drink, like something from another planet or something. But wow, here we go, guys. This is what we all asked for. This is the grilled pineapple margarita. Okay, so hey, if life breaks your bottle, make a margarita. Cheers, everybody. Well, so good. So good. It's delicious. Can't believe we just made a margarita in the backyard. That was not on the plan. Okay, a little left over. Here you go. Lovely assistant always gets a margarita. It's key to a good show. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Uh-oh, I've only had one sip of this. Okay, cheers to you all. Cheers. Chili rims, fantastic. Okay, and with that, pass them over here. You got it, Carol. Lift off. Yeah, SpaceX has been really busy, I hear, and so are we. Lift off. It's delicious because it is very pineapple-y, but it's like a sweet pineapple. And you have a little bit of that char in there too, a little smoke from the grill. Speaking of which, you guys, it is time. It's time. It's time to grill the chicken. All right, so impromptu margarita maker, thank you for your service. I'm going to place you over here at a frame. I will keep the drink though. Move these limes and a little bit of lemon. Great. And Carissa's just bringing me the chicken that we had just skewered. Okay. Smells great. That curry powder is actually really nice. I wasn't anticipating that. Okay. The coals look great. Nice and even. We want this to be really hot. So 1, 2, that's very hot. So that's how a lot of times you test. It's how long you can comfortably hold your hand 1 inch above the grill grate. 1 is about as hot as it can go. 2 is very hot. 3, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So 1, 2, ouch. Okay, so 3. So this is exactly where we want it. I think the longer you do it, maybe the hotter your grills become because you start losing the nerve endings. Oh, this is like doing a puzzle over here trying to get these out. Making more champagne cocktails. That's what I want to hear. Don't sabrage it. Actually, you do it. Hopefully you guys can hear that sizzle. Oh, this is great. Again, we're going to respect first contact. We're going to let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to come back and turn them. But they're 1 inch by 1 inch pieces of chicken. Pickup sticks. That is the game, Carol. Thank you. 1 inch by 1 inch pieces of chicken, and so it's not going to take very long. This grill is very hot, as we have shown. So we're just going to let it go. And then could you also be so kind of grab me a plate to put them? Thank you. And then we'll also want to grab the rest of the accoutrements. Everything else. So in your champagne cocktails today, what is the cognac? Are you guys still using cognac in your champagne cocktails? I know there was some debate over which cocktail. This has been a fun episode. I mean, I think some things have gone well, some things, opening a bottle of sparkling wine, went went awry. That's what happens though when we're doing a live show. Things are going to work, some things are not going to work. So I'm excited to watch it again. It's always fun to like sometimes come back and revisit these. Henry's in this episode. Hey bud. How you doing? You hanging out? Downward dog. This is could also be a yoga video. Good boy. Come up here. Come up here. Yeah, there you go. What are you thankful for? Are you thankful for a yard and good temperatures? Are you wanting some of the margarita? Do you smell that chicken? That chicken smells good, huh? You smell the curry? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, if you, let's see, you can put it there. We have a little sambal. This is our dipping sauce. So you guys saw earlier, we have our carrots, and then we have some sliced up spinach and some cilantro. And then we have a container that we're gonna dump all of these in. A little bit longer. We also are gonna grab some mint from the garden and we're gonna put that into the dish. Cavassier XO. Was it something else for a period of time? This drink makes me feel like I'm in a galaxy far, far away.
Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, at the edge of the galaxy. It smells good. I'm excited about these. A lot of times, when you're in Southeast Asia, they'll sell saute on the side of the road, so you can like pull up on your motorbike and when you're walking by, and like yeah, the grill ends like right here, so it's just this little narrow band, and they'll usually use charcoal husks in that part of the world. Coconut, thank you. They'll use coconut husks, not charcoal. It becomes charcoal. That's the charcoal that they use. We're using oak, lump oak, and they use coconut husks. And the coconut, they'll normally either have a fan mounted to this part of the grill, one of those little fans. Remy Martin XO, that was the one. They'll have a little electric fan and they'll just be blowing air on it constantly because they want it to be as hot as possible. I don't have a fan. And you know what? Like, I could take this guy and I could like make a fan, but I don't think I'm blowing any air because it's got slats in it. That'd be a great fly swatter. All right, let's check. Oh, perfect. Some of these I'm gonna need to use the tongs for. There we go. I'm a big fan of the char. To burn it, but we do want to char. I hope you guys can see that. I know you're farther away than what I would normally want. Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, little stick in action. There we go. A little bit. Nice. You can smell the chili and you can smell the garlic and the curry powder that we put on this. It's really nice. Yeah. Heck. Hopefully when this is all over, we have planned a trip to Vietnam and hopefully we'll be able to take that. Maybe take you guys along with us. Might not do a live show, but maybe we can do, we're hopefully going to do some episodes out there. You prefer Cavassier? There you go. The verdict's in. This is a really good drink. Next time you're grilling pineapples, make yourself a grilled pineapple margarita. You know what else would be really good is a little bit of jalapeno in it too. A little bit of spice cut through. Gary's a big fan of the char on meat. I mean, that's the way to do it. And this smoke that's coming up with these juices, these fats and liquids that are coming down and then being sent back up into smoke, into aroma, into the food that we're going to eat. This is great. I mean, nothing beats grilling. We're getting close. Might move these two since this guy didn't get as much cooking. This guy got a lot. Don't want to cook them too long over the fire because these metal ones, they're absorbing heat. And I'll show you guys. Here's the, this is that little sauce that we had made. So now we can use it for tonight. Since we use lemon juice in this, it'll only keep for 2 days. So we'll keep it in the fridge for about 2 days. We got to use it in the next couple of days. More reason to eat like this though, right? And these pickled carrots should last about a week too. One thing though, when you're serving these carrots, you know, there's a lot of sugar and a lot of vinegar that went into this. So be sure to, when you pick them up, we'll do it for this bowl today, but when you pick them up, make sure that a lot of the liquid comes off of it because they're quite pungent flavored. And then we have this wonderful cilantro from Johnson's Backyard here in Austin, Texas, and we have some chopped up spinach. Okay, let's get some of these off the grill. This one looks done. Chicken smells so good. I was like, who said that? The neighbor? It's Carissa, everyone. Yeah, I really wish you guys could smell it. I mean, I feel like every cooking channel makes reference to that at some point in the history of the cooking channel. I just did. I'll wait to put the next raw set on. That guy's done. If you have any questions about chicken, you need to get chicken to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Also, there is a fun poke test with any grilled meat. And basically, what is it? Is it here? It's one of your fingers. You hold, I think it's your middle finger. Your middle finger and your thumb, and then the different parts of your hand, like right there. That's what well done should be like, and rare is over there. I'm gonna have to look that up again before I go any further. That's done. Go, Carissa. She does it all. And, you know, kudos to Carissa because grilled pineapple margarita was not on the call sheet today. And she made it happen without me having to do much except for talk to you guys. So thank you so much. That was really well done. And they're delicious too. What do you, verdict over there? Super solid, Carissa says. Carissa is hard to please. I'm kidding. She loves margaritas. So, as I do. You know, maybe to do it again, because it would look really cool at first when there was some flakes of char. And so maybe make a margarita and then add chopped up grilled pineapple to it and blitz it to where you get all these chunks of char and stuff. Because we had to blend it so much to get it to turn into essentially like a margarita sorbet, if you will. Yeah. Raw. Raw is here.
Open hand.
Open hand. Okay, so that's raw. Right at the base of the thumb.
Well done.
Oh, well, oh, that's what it is. Well done, medium, Medium well,
Medium,
medium rare.
medium
Okay,
rare. Rare.
right. Oh, okay, gotcha. So the base, that little meaty part at the base of your thumb and your palm. So yeah, well, rare,
Raw.
raw, hasn't been cooked. Rare, medium rare, medium, well done. Try it at home. Okay, that's done too. Burn off some of that stuff. Add the second round. Second round was going to be smaller than the first round. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this marinade and let's just get heavy-handed with it, shall we? Great. This has been fun. I mean, it's always interesting doing these live ones. It's less of a formula, less of a script. But I'm really enjoying having a conversation with you guys. I learned today when you go scuba diving, you get thirsty, and pineapples are great afterwards. Thank you. Cheers to Carissa. I learned that the sabrage never works when I have a group of people watching me, except for when we got married. I guess that it worked then. I'm glad it worked then. That Henry just loves sleeping next to the grill, even on a warm spring afternoon. And that Crevassier XO is supreme to Remy Martin XO. We all learned that today too in the chat. So thankful for all of the learnings. Yay, Carissa. We're going to have to come visit you in Kentucky, Carol. I've been enjoying your post about all the horses and stuff. Well, you know, how this would be the time of year where you would have all the shows and the competitions. Tell me about your favorite food, the gyro. That's a question for the group. Gyro? Gyro? Hero? How do you pronounce that? But tell me, is that inside of the horse track, or what would you call that facility? And what would you call the place where you enjoy your favorite lunch? That was my question I had when I saw that photo, because it looked fantastic. And Mediterranean, I love Mediterranean. Grill with bourbon, that'd be great. I have a good bourbon story with an H, hero. Okay, hero. A little bit of a delay, I know. Sorry about that. Kentucky is beautiful. Yeah, we went once, right? We went once. I want to go back. I'd like to go back again. Rent a car, drive around, go to some distilleries. We have a funny bourbon story though. Horse Park is a huge park devoted to all sorts of horses. Great. Kentucky Horse Park. Kentucky is the place for horses though. I mean, it's like world renowned. Just gonna scrape these coals over as yeah, hero. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Carol. Also just going to, while we're waiting to hear back, just move some of this stuff around. It's kind of like, you were here I was here a long time ago. It was like 20 years. Tarzan. Yeah. A funny bourbon story. Oh, could you plug my computer in? Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Wow, cool. Beautiful and elite horse farms. That's awesome. Horses are such majestic animals. I think we could all agree. But I mean, it's great how we have kind of like lived with horses for such a long time. And so many different cultures have lived with horses. It's like we all like we knew there was this symbiotic relationship, kind of like with dogs. Right, bud? I like it. Waking him up his whole life. But I would love to go out to some of the distilleries. We actually got a bottle of WL Weller. It was some like rare bourbon thing that we got to access because when we did we bought all of the wine for our wedding. We bought it at Total Wine, and we were basically we entered into some drawing, and because we had bought enough booze from them through the calendar year, we got to buy this very rare bottle of bourbon, which we have, and kind of waiting for special occasions for it. So, the bourbon scene is just so unique too. I mean, the horses scene, obviously, you're surrounded by some of the best horse farms in Kentucky, but also the bourbon scene is so crazy. Like just the amount of time and energy that these people put into like making this bourbon, and a lot of people just never even know it exists. Okay, we're gonna wait for these guys to grill off because the fire decided to go down a little bit right at the end of the show. So let's make the bundles, okay? So what I have here are some vermicelli noodles. That's where you get that's where bun comes from. So I'm gonna take these, and now we're attracting all the insects because they're super excited about this. And let's see here. I'm just gonna make one. We made this earlier today. Might just have to use my hands. How much noodles would you like? A little less than half. All right, there we go. Perfect. That's gonna be perfect right there. Okay, I'm gonna cover this up while we're just making one. Make one for Carissa first because she's been doing such a good job. You had a Coke. Okay, there's a lot of distilleries. Sorry. Perfect. All right, we're there. We'll see you soon, Carol. Soon, I guess is a relative term. We'll wait to see what happens. Okay, then we'll take some of this wonderful. Oh yeah, we'll just take it straight off the skewer. Let's see, give you 3 of these, and then we're gonna grab some of these quick pickled carrots. Woodford and Wild Turkey distilleries. It's like going to wineries in Napa. Wow, that's high praise. Great. Some of these quick pickled, make sure that you drain them. And then I'm gonna grab just a handful of these of the spinach. Just gonna grab some of the cilantro. Just be real rustic with it. This is a food. Some mint too. Fresh mint, fresh off out of the garden. And then take some of this sauce here. And we're just gonna drizzle this sauce over the top. Again, this is mostly just a fish sauce, but kind of cut with some water, a little bit of an acid like vinegar or lemon, jalapeno, or any other pepper. and garlic. And Carissa, why don't you come over here and take a bite. So here's our finished bun bowl. Oh, our cashews. We'll grab those later. She's grabbing those, but here it is. So we have our chicken satay that we're gonna throw in there. We have our herbs over here. We have some sliced up cilantro. We got the rice noodles at the base, and then we have this quick pickle. Oh, and the carrots right there. We're gonna throw in some cashews, just like kind of chopped up cashews. You could use peanuts. You could use all sorts of things. And then why don't you come down here and let everyone experience your first bite.
Hi, y'all. Mix it up.
Yeah, get a little bit of the chicken in there.
Look at this chicken. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Is it good?
So good.
Awesome. She has to say it's good, but I'm sure it is. What's so nice though about it is that it's
The curry powder on the chicken is
Yeah.
a game changer.
Oh, okay. There you have it.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. And what's so great about this recipe is that if it's a hot day, like it wasn't very hot today, but if it is a warm day like it is today, this is a great recipe to do. Or if you are hanging out outside with some friends, some colleagues, some family, this is a great dish to make for a crowd because if you don't like mint or someone else likes mint, you could put the mint on the side or put more mint. You can kind of make how you like it. You also don't have to do this chicken that we're doing. You could do all sorts of different types of meat, whether it be shrimp, you could do salmon, you could do anything. It's a great catch-all recipe. You can make it your own. You can have so much fun with it, and it's as you guys have all seen. It's a couple of very simple ingredients, but we're always counteracting the spicy with some of these chili peppers, with the salt, with the umami, with the acidity to kind of cut down some of that fat too. So it's just this balance between all of this stuff, and that's one of the things I think that like Southeast Asian food in particular does an amazing job of is balancing everything. So that's one of the reasons why I love the cuisine so much, and one of the reasons why I'm so happy that we're eating it, because in our solitude we haven't been eating a whole lot of Southeast Asian food, but super excited about it. And it looks delicious. Chris is just like, I think, really enjoying it over there. I can't wait to join her. I'm gonna go ahead and make up a plate for me while we're here. But everyone that has been here, I so appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for being part of this. I'm just gonna use my hands because I'm gonna eat this. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for contributing, and thank you for the conversation. Thanks for watching as we kind of made a new dish. I actually never really made it like this. I've never made this chicken, and I'm enjoying kind of the art of experimentation on this channel as well. So let me know if you guys have any last questions as we kind of wrap things up. But I'm just very thankful that you took the time out of your evening to spend with us, or your early morning if you happen to be some of our Asian friends that are on the channel. Or if you're watching this later, thank you for watching this. I hope you learned a little bit along the way. And I hope you guys also hope it brought up some questions too. I really hope you do try it, Laura. I think you will, again, you don't have to use a charcoal grill for this. You can use a gas grill. You could even do this on the stovetop too. Oh, thanks, Carol. I'm so happy that we are all getting to talk about Kentucky and scuba diving and bourbon and so many and hero. We all learned how to pronounce hero. We learned a lot on today's show. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you love the show. I love that you guys are here. Champagne Sunday crowd's always here. We had some moms in the that drop by as well. Dora and Denise, always so appreciative of you guys, and my dad, the whole family affair. But I appreciate that we guys, at the very least, we all get to hang out together, right? That's the best part about all of this. Okay, I'm gonna grab some of this chicken too. Oh man. And Carissa, there's more.
I'm ready.
Oh, it's really good. The onion is really nice. A little bit of heat. Chicken is amazing. You guys have to try the chicken. There is this real nice complexity to it. So we have requests for desserts, right? I think chocolate is on there. Thank you, Dora. I'm so glad that you were here. I'm so thankful to be able to spend this time with you as well. Someone had mentioned chocolate last time. Maybe it was Dora. Or maybe it was my dad. Someone's getting chocolate. Maybe it was Lucia. Lucia is a big chocolate fan. Lucia, I mean, if I could do a chocolate and spaghetti episode, I would please a lot of people. I love this fish sauce. And that's so nice because when you cut it down with that water, as we did at the end of the video, you're really limiting the pungency of it. I'm gonna try it. I haven't tried it yet. I'm so excited. Oh, I haven't put the mint. Or the cashews. Is it good with the cashews?
And the mint too.
Yeah, we're growing this mint. The fire died down like right when we were cooking. I think. Well, I think like when I've done these cooking over the fire in the past, I've actually put on some of the post oak logs that we have. We gotten from a firewood store. Post oak is the preferred Texas wood for your fire cooking. Chocolate everything. Chocolate spaghetti prime. Chocolate everything. All right. A lot of votes for chocolate. So we're gonna do chocolate. Maybe not next week, but soon there'll be a chocolate episode of some sort. Gotta get more desserts on the channel. Okay. Gonna try with a little bit of this chicken. Should have cut this up. But hey, we got a cleaver. We could just chop it up real quick. All right, here we go, everyone. I'll try my first bite here. Make it nice and elegant for you. All right, here we go. Cheers. It's delicious. I'll put in the show notes a link to or I'll put the recipe down there. But man, this is so well balanced. And sitting outside, I've been sitting next to a fire for an hour and a half. It's just cool, delicious, complex. That fish sauce comes through, just kind of in the back of the palate, and it rounds out the whole thing. So, thank you guys so much for being a part of this. We might need to make one of these grilled pineapple margaritas. At the very least, we're having grilled pineapple for dessert. I hope that you guys give this a chance. Hope you try it. Hope you give it a chance. Of course, you're going to give it a chance. Hope you try it, though. And again, don't have to set up a charcoal grill. Do it on your propane gas grill. Do it on your stovetop. Just make some sort of meat. Throw it in with all these other ingredients. Kind of get something nice and balanced. You can find most of this stuff in your local grocery store. And if you can't, I'm sure there's an Asian market somewhere around you that will have something that you need. Please let me know if you guys have any other further questions or comments. But until next time, I'll wait to see you guys. I'll publish ahead of time what we're gonna do. I don't know, but I think we're gonna bring in another special guest for next week. It should be a really fun show. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all. Have a fabulous rest of your day and your evening. Take care.